Hello guys, we are playing Voices of the Void. You can go grab the subdish.io. I might add the link to this in the description. FYI. I just played a little tutorial. I kind of know what I'm doing. Otherwise, I have no clue. All I know is I've gotta like audio or something. Oh my god. I'm going the right direction. The right way. Sometimes put it just there. So 111. I was okay, that's concerning. I need to find the bed. Nice, nice. Well, we do have a weapon, known as a hammer. Um, Now, what else do we need? I have no idea. Let me just do something right here. Cells work together.
Today we're going to talk about how your cells grow. Actually, growing right now. And I don't mean growing larger. I mean duplicating or replicating. So you make new cells all the time to replace those old cells. So let's see what's going to happen. First of all, cell division is where one cell divides and makes two. Your cells divide all the time. Skin cells, blood cells, they're always replacing themselves. So it's an important process that takes place in your body. All body cells divide in this way, except for your reproductive cells. So, your reproductive cells divide by meiosis. We're going to talk about that at a different time, but all your other cells in your body reproduce this way, except for your reproductive cells. Now, cells divide into major phases. Phases are stages. Mitosis is prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. For right now, we're just going to remember mitosis. So remember, mitosis is in 4 stages, so it takes 6 stages to go through cell division. So, cell division, mitosis is 4 stages, and we'll talk about that a little separately. But for today, remember, 4 of those are mitosis. Now, we're going to talk about the chromosomes, because in the nucleus is where all this cell division takes place. Cells divide and make new cells. They replicate or duplicate to make exactly the same as what you have. You want all your skin cells to look the same. So they replicate or duplicate exactly the same. That's why sex cells don't reproduce this way. You don't want to look exactly like your parents. Well, maybe you do. But these chromosomes inside of your cell are going to duplicate and replicate. What happens is you have one cell, which is a chromatid, and another cell, which is a chromatid. And together, they make what they call a chromosome. And those chromosomes have all your genetic codes and all those great information so that they can duplicate and replicate. just the same. Now, on the middle of this is what they call a centromere. Now, those centromeres is like a sticky little glue that's going to hold those chromatid together to make that chromosome a double strand. What happens in cell division is these strands actually split off and form new ones. So let's kind of look and see what happens. First of all, you have interphase. Interphase is kind of like an intermission. The word enters in there, it's a little break. So this is where everything's starting to happen, but it's not quite happening yet. It's getting ready to replicate. So think of it as a little break between the phases, and it's going to replicate and start duplicating. What happens is this cell membrane, or nuclear membrane, excuse me, right here, it's going to start dissolving, disappearing, going away. And it's going to start allowing these chromosomes then to go out into this cell and start replicating. What will happen is you'll form these two little centromeres, little centrioles, sorry, and these centrioles are going to make this big spindle for these chromosomes to start splitting up. Then it's going to go through mitosis. Mitosis isn't up here because it's a big process. Remember, it's 4 stages, and it's going to go through all this different replication. Then it's going to hit this last phase called cytokinesis. Now, cytokinesis of an animal is basically pinching of these two cells. It's kind of like making 2 little bubbles form. So this whole bubble right here will eventually break off and make 2 new cells. So cytokinesis is this last phase where these 2 new cells actually make 2 new cells. So in an animal cell, since they're spherical or round, they're going to be able to actually pinch in the middle and break. But your plant cells are a little different. Your plant cells are more square. So if you would try to squeeze them or pinch them, they would actually almost flatten like a sandwich. So it wouldn't be so good. But you remember, those plant cells have that great little thing called a cell wall. So this cell plate or cell wall is going to form in the middle, kind of like a knife, and cut that cell in half. So it'll actually split that cell into 2 new cells. So animal cells and plant cells divide a little differently, but they both get the end process of making 2 new daughter cells. So remember, cytokinesis and plant cells actually have a cell wall that will break that cell in half. Let's go back over different phases. The first one is interphase. Remember, that's where everything's beginning to happen. It's kind of a resting stage before all this development happens, all these phases. Remember, mitosis is next. Mitosis happens in 4 stages or 4 phases. That's where all the replicating and duplicating are taking place, getting ready to divide into 2 new cells during cytokinesis. That's where they make 2 new cells. Remember, animal cells just split right down the middle. That plant cell has to have that cell wall break it in half. I hope this helps you remember the great cell division. And remember, your cells are growing right now. Have a great day. Happy day.
time ago. Triangulate. Oh my gosh, come on, quickly. Okay, there's that. Oh. You bitch. I gotta do this quicker. Okay. No, please, 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 please. Fucking bitch! Those cooldowns like so fucking long, man. One. Yes. Okay, that's red. We're gonna triangulate it. Bam. Come on, I can triangulate that. Enter. Yes, yes, it is, it is, it is, it is, it is. Success! God damn it! I'm gonna leave that there because this does not want to be nice to me. Like, oh my gosh, man. I'm sure we'll do something better next time.